thing is, you probably don't care, but like, I only have so many t-shirts that, that I'm going through, and I'm like intentionally making sure that like I'm not wearing the same t-shirt in every video. And then at one point I'm just gonna like have worn all the shirts, and then it won't matter anymore. Hey everybody, I'm author RG Long, and this is another episode of Indie Epic Books, and I want to introduce you to two epic fantasy books that I've got suggested to my readers who have subscribed to my email list. Every week I email my readers and tell them about some new fantasy books, and in these videos I want to show you guys my first impressions of those books so that you can find out if these are indie books that you might want to read for yourself. So let's go and dive into these real quick, though. I want to remind you of what we are looking at. We are looking at the cover, the blurb, the first page, and the reviews of the book. So everybody judges the book by its cover. That's what we're going to do. Blurb is for the description. First page, you're going to read through it, and then we're going to see what other people have thought about the book. Other people might love it or hate it. We will find out. So the very first one is actually going to be a little bit of a problem because N.K. Fuller has not yet released this book, but here it is, The Veil of the Otherworld. It's book one in The Witches of Elderwood. So like I said, he's not yet released this. This is a brand new release. He does have 3 scheduled in the Witches of Elderwood series that he's got going on here. And so let's just take a moment to enjoy this cover for what it's got. So we see here on the cover our female, perhaps protagonist, we would say. It looks like she's got a dress on with some pretty cool green and white sleeves happening. Some type of leather armor we have here. A choker, because, you know, fantasy. And she's in the woods where there's a cabin that looks like it's glowing from one window. So maybe there's like magic going on in the cabin, or somebody's installed a really powerful LED light bulb. We don't know. Honestly, for me, I usually don't like books with covers with people on them, but this one I like. I can handle this. It doesn't give away too much to where I'm like, no, you're trying to tell me the whole story on the cover. Instead, I see this cover and I think, okay, this has the feeling of like the beginning of an epic fantasy book. I like everything about this cover, so for me, I'll give this cover a thumbs up. Good job, NK, well done. All right, so let's check out then what we can of this book. So it actually comes out March 31st. It's not March 31st, and that's when you'll be able to read the first page on your own. But let's go through the blurb, the description. So here we go. Full of attitude and with a wicked wit to match, Marcise is hardly what you'd call ordinary. Raised by her loving grandfather after the death of her parents, she's primed for the humdrum village life. There's only one problem. Marcise longs to break free and find adventure. Okay, sounding good so far. Let's see what else we got here. When the priesthood starts killing witches in her sleepy village in Dunkelbry? You should go check out Dunkelbry. She and her best friend Flora scope out an abandoned house in the woods. Hey, there, abandoned house in the woods. Cover. There we are. What happens next will change her life forever. The house once belonged to the persecuted witches, so Marcise is well aware of the consequences. Desperate to find any excuse to leave the village, she gets more than she bargains for when their exploration sets off a chain of events that cannot be stopped. With secrets unraveling, Marcise must answer the call of an anonymous mystery writer. How do they know her? Will they reveal more about the disease that plagues her realm? And most importantly, do they hold the key to help the witches' plight? Okay, that's a lot going on there. We have a disease happening. We have people coming to kill the witches in Dunkelbry. I'm going to go with Dunkelbry. That's what I think makes the most sense. We've got an abandoned cabin that used to belong to the persecuted witches. Okay, so we've got a lot going on in this description. I don't know. I don't really feel like, okay, the stakes are supposed to be there, right? She's a witch, or gonna be a witch. She knows the stakes of hiding out with the witch's cabin. People are trying to kill her. But then there's a disease. That seems a little confusing. I'm gonna give this kind of thumbs up, maybe half thumb. If we had the first page of this book, that we would be able to see, okay, this is going to be an exciting tale. But for me, first page or the description doesn't really do it. I would pick up this book for the cover, but if I flipped it over and read the back and this is what I read, I don't know if I would really be excited about it. I would definitely want to read the next page though, just to see if I was missing out on something. Veil of the Otherworld is book 1, and he's already got the other 2 going on here. Dragon Trials and Shards of the Soul. So they're all up there on Amazon. Looks like March 31st, April 30th, May 31st. So it's going to be rapidly released. So it could be a fantastic book series. Got to find out. All right, got to see just to know. There we are. For me, maybe I'll take it. All right, the next book is from a friend of mine, Jeffrey Kohanek. I've known him and watched his kind of author journey here for a while, and I love this cover. Again, people on the cover, but like action on the cover, I'm in. So this is Fall of Wizardoms, God King Rising, and this is book 1 in his series. We'll go over and look over the rest of it here in just a minute. So I'm looking at the cover, and I see like Queen Witch on the throne going on here. It looks like she's holding up some fire of some sort, like ready to cast a spell. That's in the background with a wolf and a yellow wolf on a purple banner. So perhaps a kingdom that we have going on there. Maybe the Wizarddom, not a kingdom, Wizarddom. I see what you did there, Jeffrey. Okay. And then in front we have, it looks like some type of like big man, maybe like even an ogre in armor, like full chestplate armor with a really sick looking mace, and then a warrior kind of in front. We don't see his face. He's covered up here, and he's holding his sword like not how I would typically hold it, but like where the blade is behind him instead of in front. So, and he's got some cool like armor on his arm as well. So for me, I love this. This cover is something that I would definitely want to pick up. It would make me want to pick up this book and check out and see what's going on here. So cover, thumbs up, Jeff. Good job, man. All right, so let's read our description here. Let's see. Got it. Okay. A stirring rebellion, unrelenting assassins, conspiracies abound. 2 queens. One rules by fear, her citizens laboring to fund the lavish lifestyle of the wizard class. The other believes in justice and compassion, earning her the love of her subjects and the enmity of her wizard peers. Both will die. Oh, both. In one wizarddom, not a kingdom, a wizarddom. Got it. A secret rebellion brews. A hero to the people rises, fueled by a mysterious sorcerer's blood magic. But at what cost? Conspiracies and assassins lurk in every shadow, threatening the throne of another nation. The scheming wizard behind it will stop at nothing to claim the crown. Yet, even he is a pawn. What force is behind it all? What is their endgame? Read God King Rising and discover for yourself. Okay, so I like this. All right, so we have 2 queens who rule a wizarddom. This is good new vocabulary for you. We have like one obviously evil, one obviously good, but this is they are both going to die because of another wizard trying to claim the throne. Okay, I like that. That seems like we've got some stakes here. We see what's going on. Description for me, again, Jeff, I'll give you a thumbs up, man. I like it. Okay, so let's read some of his book here. Let's read the first page, chapter 1. Ooh, again, a named chapter. It's my favorite. Okay, this is called Duplicity. Okay, Harlequin Ali leaned into the mirror and examined her reflection. Tawny skin glistening in the afternoon light streaming through the window. Thin lines branched from her brown eyes and tracked across her forehead, reminders that her 36th name day had recently passed. As a 35-year-old, I would just want to say, age is just a number. You're fine, Harlequin. Don't worry about it. Okay. She backed up a few steps, twisted, and ran a hand down her flat stomach. Despite her advancing years, her bare body remained lean and fit, her arms toned from a lifetime of sailing and countless hours of sparring. Yes, her modest breasts had succumbed to gravity, no longer as perky as in her youth, but none of her partners seemed to care, at least of all the man in the copper tub behind her. 3 seasons earlier, the reflection staring back at her would have been bereft of hair, not a single strand across her entire body. Now she wished much of that hair had not grown back. The exception was her full head of locks, brown with gentle curls that brushed her shoulders. It would take another year or longer for her mane to reach its full glory. Once her hair had been her source of pride, long and flowing, readily teased by the ocean breezes. Stories of Captain Harlequin, Queen of the Shoals, often began with her hair. Eyebrows are most welcome, she thought. Somehow, bare brows had seemed odder than a bald head. Okay. So, maybe I'm a child, but there's something in like the description of a woman that I'm like, we have to mention boobs like right away? Okay, I guess we do. Like, here we are. So, I'm in, all right? But hear me, I'm in. Okay, so we hear like a sea captain, Harlequin. She used to be, well, no, it sounds like she's still like, a BA. She's getting after it. She's still toned. She's fit. She's got lots of guys clamoring after her, and she is still there, but like for some reason was bald for a time, had no hair. So interesting. Okay. And it looks like we've got 11 ratings right here. 11 ratings on Amazon. And by the way, Veil of the Otherworld didn't have any ratings because, again, it's not out yet. So here we are. So this one we have is 11 ratings, and they're all 5 stars. All right, so looks like we're dealing with somebody who is, Jeff, you're doing a great job, man, of getting out your reviews and getting out some great momentum for your book. All right, so let's see. Wizardoms series, absolutely incredible. This is from Hog Nation, because why wouldn't it be? I'm so happy this series is back. Loved Fate of Wizardoms and have already fell in love with the Fall of Wizardoms. Can't get enough of Jeffrey L. Kohenek, my favorite author by far. Thank you for your creativity and your connection with your readers. Love your newsletter and pictures. Highly recommended. Okay, so what we have here, it seems like author Jeff, who again I know is really in communication with his readers, doing a great job here. And we've got in this series, The Fall of Wizardoms, 3 books already. We have Wizardoms, God King Rising, Legend of the Sky Sword, and Curse of the Elf Queen, all coming out in quick succession. It looks like one's already ready for you to read, then March 30th and May 11th for the next 2. So pretty cool, looking great. So there we go. I think these are all fantastic looking books. Both of them, if I had to choose between one of them, definitely be Fall of Wizardoms, God King Rising. Hey, thanks so much for listening, and I hope this series of videos helps you find some brand new epic fantasy authors for you to read. I would love to continue to recommend books for you. If you've got a book from a fantasy author who you really love and you want me to do a first impressions of it, do me a favor, leave a comment down below so that I can know what that book is, and I will do a first impressions for that author and for all the readers who are here subscribed to my channel. And speaking of subscribing to this channel, would you do me a favor, hit this yellow subscribe orb right here, subscribe to the channel, let me know that you're enjoying this content, and I can't wait to review some more epic fantasy books for you. Enjoy the journey. We'll see you later.